Hi guys, Ozhound here. This is episode 15 of my server play series 2 using all the mods mod pack. Last episode we left off getting this quintupling gig set up. We set up our first 3 tiers. We haven't connected all the machines yet, but yeah, it doesn't seem that the enrichment or the purification chamber can work with the Ender IO stuff, so it looks like I'm relegated to using the Mekanism pipes, and fortunately the machines that I've got at the moment don't connect to i.e. the crusher has to go past, doesn't connect to it, so that's good. So we've got oxygen in there ready to go. We've got hydrogen chloride in there ready to go. Our crusher doesn't need anything extra, neither does our enrichment chamber. So yeah, we're in good shape. Right now what I can do, I can just chuck ores in here, I believe. Yep, chemical injection chamber. I can put some ores in there and then it'll go through the process of making that. So let's just grab something now. Let's grab an iron ore and we'll put that in. And by all means, you don't, if you try to replicate this, you don't need to do all 5 tiers, as the 5 tiers, like you'll see by the end of these 2 or 3 parts, are quite involved. But what I need to do now is to get some logistic pipes. That's items and blocks, which is what we need. So we'll get a couple of those, which is all I've got materials for. Go up to the advanced. And we'll put them there, and we'll connect these machines up like this. Side is input, that's output. So this should be output. Still got iron shards in there. So from one of these it's made 4 iron shards, but I'm just, oh that's right, auto eject has to go on. So now this is pushed through to here, and we'll do the same here. Inputs, need to be auto eject. Now that's crushing. Auto eject. I think we can get rid of this now. Okay, this is facing the wrong way. I'm not even sure. Back is input. Oh, come on. Okay, so we put 1 block of ore in here, and now we have pushed through to 4 iron dust, which obviously will be smelted into 4 iron ingots. Okay guys, I've got my machine sorted out. Some issues trying to, like I broke the signs here and then I went to put them back and I thought that's not in a very good order. So what we're going to do is to put our primary machines in and then work with our support machines at the back. The chemical injection chamber has to be there basically because I've got the hydrogen chloride coming into there anyway, so we might as well put that down. Chemical injection chamber. So hydrogen chloride. need to get gunpowder into there, so probably the best way to do that is just via a chest, but we'll get to that. So the gunpowder will go into there, and then that'll create your sulfur. So chemical crystallizer. You can go here. Chemical washer. Here, disassembly chamber. Dissolution chamber. Okay, so we need to get water into this one. We need to get ore into this one. And hydrochloric acid. Oh, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid into that one. Which means that we've got our sulfur coming out of there. So sulfur goes into the chemical oxidizer. So let's put that here. And the oxidizer makes sulfur dioxide, which goes into the into an infuser, which just happens to be one of these machines, which is good. And I believe the output is the front with these ones. Throw down. We'll sort that out in a minute. That creates sulfur trioxide, which goes into a chemical infuser to create sulfuric acid. And the sulfuric acid has to come into here. So we need to put the chemical infuser here. A chemical infuser here. And then we need to put our last machine, which is the rotary condensator there, because that just brings water in and then exports water vapor. So that's our machines in place. I'm looking at my cheat sheet at the moment. So that's sulfur. I'm pretty sure that sulfur may be a gas, maybe an item. I'm not sure. Let's get some gunpowder into this and see what happens. Gunpowder. I've only got 31 gunpowder, so I'm going to have to get my cobble generator up and running. So we'll see if this is an item. It should be an item. Yeah, sulfur dust. Okay, so get the advanced logistical transporter. And hopefully this output auto eject. Ejecting? No, we're not ejecting. That's right. This is wrong. This will be the wrong way around. Let's put this into rotate mode. Not even sure if that rotated the right way then. There we go. So now that is creating sulfur dioxide. And then from sulfur dioxide we need to create our sulfur trioxide. So we need to get oxygen into this one here. Okay guys, I had to do some funny organisation here because this configurator is useless. It doesn't work at all. I mean, you can set the pipes to push, pull, none or normal, and they don't have any effect. As soon as I connected that the oxygen pipe to one side, because they all were touching, it just spread out throughout the whole system and just pumped oxygen into basically the left and the right tanks. So yeah, that was crap. I'm surprised it hasn't been fixed, but I might have to put a a report on GitHub for that and report that issue. So now we've got trioxide flowing into here. And sulfur trioxide needs water vapor to create sulfuric acid, which needs to pump water into the condensator to get the water vapor out. So, rotary condensator. Let's get some of that into fluid conduits. So, a pig zombie down there. That's interesting. And hopefully that'll fill up. Damn it. I have to reorientate this machine as well, so rid of that and that. Let's bring this back 2 blocks that way. Let's put it here. That should, there we go. Now that's producing water vapor. And now we've got water vapor flowing into here. Now we're creating our sulfuric acid. Yay. And we need to put our sulfuric acid. Okay, then it's just a matter of connecting some water to this one. Got our oxygen onto that one, so water. Looks like it can go in the top here, which will be cool. Might have to create some more of these because I don't think I've got enough. Might go this way because that's got water in there, but first and foremost we will put a filter on there for water. Get rid of that. And the reason I'm not working a lot underground is because I've got a sheep farm down there. Because applied energetics requires quite a bit of wool. If you intend on having different coloured cables, dense cables, any sort of smart cable requires quite a bit of wool. We're out. Quickly make some more. Hopefully I've got the ingredients. Yes, we've got water. We need to put our logistical transporter pipes here. Input. This should already be eject. So that's output. This is input. It doesn't seem to have energy, gases, items. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Maybe it, I don't know if we'll push it through, but we'll find out. That doesn't have any other options. So let's test this out, shall we? Ore goes in here. Gets broken down into slurry, iron slurry. Okay, so that is actually a gas or a liquid. So yes, that's why it wasn't working. Alright, got our mechanical pipes. which don't connect at all. Are we sure? This might be a gas then. Let's try that. Okay, it's a gas. Oh, this guy's got sunnies on. Oh, for God's sakes, die. Okay, so iron slurry's in there being processed into clean iron slurry. And then I'm assuming that we're going to use another pressurised pipe between these two. Yep. So then our clean iron slurry has been crystallised into crystals, which has been pushed into the chemical injection tank chamber, which has been infused with hydrogen chloride. Purification, so we've got a shard. It's been infused with oxygen. We've got our clumps being crushed down into dirty dust. Then we've got our chemical enrichment chamber, which is just turning it into standard dust. Where do these guys keep coming from? Quite a few of them around, actually. Time to go sleep. With my huge cleaver. Okay, so what I think I might do is to pipe them out of the enrichment chamber and just go straight into the alloy smelters here, which are already set up. Yeah, they're already set up to process dust. But this is full of ores that I want to process. So now we've got 5 iron dust, so that's our quintupling setup done, guys. So yeah, our processing machines on the inside ring here, and then all our support machines on the outside. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'll leave the schematics link to the workflow chart in the description, so you guys can have a look and have a play with that yourself. I'd strongly recommend you do it in a creative single player world before you attempt it outside, because it gives you a better understanding. But I want to move this chest, so I need my moving wand. Moving wand. I want to put all this other stuff away because it's annoying. We'll keep that stuff there for the moment. We do need our item conduit. I wonder if I can pipe into the front of this. Or maybe just put it on top. Insert, no. Maybe it goes in the back underneath. There we go. Alright, so that's going to go and process all of those ores. So we can get rid of these now. I'll leave that there. So in my single player world, I was testing speed upgrades, and you can have gas upgrades which make them more efficient. Speed upgrades, energy upgrades, so they end up using less power. But you've got to be really careful, because if you just put full speed upgrades and full energy upgrades and full gas upgrades on all of them, what actually happens is that they tick off and on because they don't have enough gas. Because by far the brine is the slowest producer in regards to trying to keep up with a full speed setup. I mean, this is going pretty good now. It's at the maximum height you can make the thermal evaporation chambers at 18 heights. They just don't understand. So yeah, it takes. I'm going to have to play around with it, because what you get if you do that is you get massive frame lag. It just becomes basically unplayable. You get 10 to 15 frames per second, because the Mekanism machines do cause a lot of frame rate lag when they tick off and on. If they're running continuously, it's fine. But yeah, so I need to get a sag mill on the front of this. I think I might just make a new one. No, I'll pipe them into there, because they're already configured to go back into the AE system. So, conduits, need some items. We need to configure these to pull the ores in. So, yeah, okay guys, well, I think we'll wrap it up there. But that is my quintupling mechanism ore setup. I'll get the filters set up on the back of these alloy smelters so we can start processing that stuff. At the moment it's going into the system, so it's being stored somewhere at least. So as soon as we set this up to pull back out of the system, we should be in good shape. But yeah, so that's my episode finished. And I thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.